You are tuned into the video game pharmacy.
Hey everybody, welcome to episode 78 of the VGRx Podcast. I am Zach. We have Brittin.
Hey,
we have Scott.
you do have us.
Did I say our weekly dose? This is our weekly dose.
No, you didn't say any of that.
Video game news, banter, trivia. I haven't introed in a long time.
It's not our weekly dose, it's their weekly dose.
Their weekly dose.
We're prescribing.
Your weekly dose.
This is why I offered to do it.
I haven't done it in a while. This is okay though.
Zach, you
That's
just
fair.
tore it up.
Yeah, let's just go
No
along
joke.
with it.
Yeah, but guys, welcome.
Hey, thanks.
We got a little bit
Hey.
on the dock today.
Yeah.
A little?
I have answers
Looking forward to it.
multiple answers to trivia from last week.
You have
Cool.
A's?
A's. I have
From the
A's.
Q's?
I have A's from the Q's. I have A's from
Beautiful.
the Q.
My man.
How are you guys doing today?
I'm good.
You guys ready for a show?
Yeah, it's early, which is nice.
We had donuts,
Yep.
food,
Beverages.
We had Dagnuts.
beverages.
We're all set.
We're ready.
So
It's up.
if it sounds weird, I'm slowly lowering the mic pickup on Audacity.
What
as
seems
a
to be the
recording.
trouble?
It's
Is
just
it
really loud.
Oh, okay.
Spiking.
Yeah, it's spiking.
It's spiking.
Cool.
So I'm just turning it down.
It's
a
all
bit.
our energy. Sorry.
So-
it's sorry,
All our
Audacity.
Extreme energy.
Yeah.
Energy.
Dude, it's like every.
Extreme energy.
I
Sorry.
really need to start making sound clips
Uh-huh.
after every episode. We can save them. There's
We could
so
use that.
many, dude. There's so
Dude,
many.
if you do that, then
I'm gonna clip Reggie Watch from last week.
I will buy.
I kind of like
good. Thank you.
impromptu Reggie Watch delivery, though.
Ooh.
Do you like the impromptu?
I like it when it's different every time.
I can do it. I can
Yeah.
do an impromptu
Okay.
Reggie Watch every time.
Okay,
I
good.
don't even know. Is Reggie?
I
Let's
don't
not
know.
get ahead of ourselves.
I don't know. You can look into it.
Mhm.
But we have trivia from last week.
Cool.
And I asked,
I
what do you guys think was the oldest rivalry
That's right. That was a
in
good
video
question.
games?
Ash and Gary.
That was
I'm
fun.
joking.
And I did a little bit of research this morning
he
Okay.
he googled it.
before the show.
Okay, cool.
And found some of like the oldest, most iconic duos,
Cool.
rivalries. What
Cool.
do you guys remember what you said?
My guess was Donkey Kong and Jumpman,
I said Pac-Man.
AKA
Ghost.
Mario. Pac-Man and Ghost. Also, a good guess.
I forgot to look up Donkey Kong.
Okay.
Oh my god, that's
Well,
like the one.
but-
We know the year, so that will help us figure out.
What year is Donkey Kong?
81? I believe?
89.
No. It was early 80s.
Okay,
Fine.
all right. So
It was 80 or 81.
my answer for you guys
that you came up with. Okay, yeah.
is not Pac-Man.
What?
So
Rip.
the creator of Pac-Man said that the ghosts, which are named Blinky, Pinky, Inky, and Clyde,
And the
Mhm.
brain.
Oh yeah, Clyde. I forgot about
Clyde,
that.
they don't have any characters. They have names and they have certain traits, but I didn't find any character building behind them, so I don't consider
Yeah,
them
there's
characters.
not. But that wasn't the question you asked. The question was how, like, the rivalry between them. But if there's no answer for it, then-
But we were trying to define
yeah, I know.
what it was.
Also,
right?
I would call a rivalry a one-on-one kind of thing. And there's 4 ghosts.
And there's 4 ghosts, yeah.
So that complicates it a
So,
little bit.
my answer would be if it was 81, it
Oh,
could be
okay.
Donkey Kong. I
What-
thought I had one.
What was your
My answer?
What'd you come up with?
Spy
Yeah.
versus Spy.
Oh.
1984.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a video game?
That's a video game.
It's NES. Yeah,
NES.
I remember that.
Atari.
I played it.
Atari SD, BBC Micro, Commodore 64. Game
Oh,
Boy,
I
NES.
probably played a late
System.
port of it then. I bet it
Mhm.
was on Atari way before it was on NES.
So it was Spy versus Spy. Ryu versus Ken
Oh, that's a good one.
was really good. Mortal Kombat was Sub-Zero versus oh my god.
Scorpion.
Yeah,
Sub-Zero.
Scorpion.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
Knuckles versus Sonic.
Yep,
And then
yep.
Sonic versus Dr. Robotnik was really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Donkey Kong Arcade was 1981.
1901. So
Yeah.
it could be one of the oldest.
Yeah.
One of the oldest rivalries.
Still a
in video
super
games.
fun question.
Notable rivalries would be Zelda versus Ganon, Master Chief
Wait.
Arbiter,
Link versus Ganon, TYVM. Although it could be Zelda, I suppose. Why not?
Dante versus Virgil,
Uh-huh.
Cloud versus Sephiroth, Fox versus Falco.
What?
These are-
No.
These are fun
No.
rivalries.
Fox versus Wolf, thank you.
Fox versus
Yeah.
I don't know.
I agree.
I don't know
I would
my
have
Star
to say,
Fox lore.
I would have to
sorry.
say Falco. Personally,
They're on the same team.
Have you ever played a Star Fox game?
Have you ever played Star Fox
have.
games?
Okay.
back in the
A
day.
rivalry is
Falco's a good guy.
yeah. Falco's
They're
a good
probably
guy.
like
Friendly rivalry.
Top Gun
Friend-
style.
Yeah,
They're,
Friend-
they're
I can
probably
agree with that.
competing for who's the best flyer.
I can agree with that.
Yeah,
but
that's kind of
when
a rivalry.
What you're talking about specifically is like enemy versus
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
hero.
that's
So
funny.
Wolf versus Fox.
All right, fine.
Yeah.
Don't
that's
at
good.
me.
Star Wolf.
Yeah, Star Wolf, who's
Cool.
also my one of my favorite Smash characters.
Yeah,
Fun fact.
I never played him. Because
Yeah.
he's not Fox McCloud.
Oh, okay, got it.
He's Falco too. They're the only Star Fox characters.
If he's not Fox,
Hey,
Final Destination.
when am I going to
then-
get Slippy in Smash Bros? Is that so much to ask?
Slippy?
Yeah,
Slippy Toad.
he's gonna be a sticker, and that's what he's gonna be.
He already is, I'm
yeah,
sure.
and that's all he'll ever be.
Oh, poor Slippy. That's harsh.
Yeah, well, you know what?
We need a new Star Fox game. That's what we need.
Yeah, it's called Starlink.
Yeah, I guess I didn't play it. It's that game is dirt cheap. You can find it anywhere for like $20 now, and it comes with all the toy parts that go with it too.
I was trying to find
I should try it.
Labo because I was at Target the other day,
Mm-hmm.
and they only had them for like full price. I was like, I'm not paying this much
It's
for full
very
price.
strange. They at one point Target specifically marked it down like it was
I know.
going to be pulled off shelves.
I
like
remember
they
you
weren't going to
telling me
sell
that.
it anymore.
Yeah.
It was $20 down
Yeah.
from 60 or 70, and then it went right back up to full price.
Yeah.
And now they keep selling them. It may
It's-
be because the VR set
I was
launched and
gonna
it kind of
say.
reinvigorated people's interest in it. I don't know. Labo's still
Maybe.
cool.
Yeah, I
I
guess
played
so.
it yesterday.
Great.
Yeah.
You want a cookie?
No, I'm good. Thanks.
Okay.
I already had a donut. Thanks
What
to
do
Zach.
you play?
A Dagnut, if you will.
The vehicle one, the vehicle set.
You don't like playing Breath of the Wild? No, I still want to do that though.
What?
You got to bring it in so I can play Breath
Oh
of the
yeah,
Wild.
VR Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
So we all vomit all over the
Uh-huh.
floor.
It doesn't feel great. I'm gonna make you guys ride the Master Cycle too.
Ooh, yes.
Does not feel great.
Yes, dude. Look,
that game already chugs a bit frame rate wise.
Uh-huh.
Normally, when you're on the Master Cycle,
Yeah.
it's even worse in
what,
VR.
what we'll
man.
do is we'll all take turns sitting on Zach's bike and ride it along.
Well,
as we
well,
While we're in VR.
Yeah, while we're in VR.
Real bad idea.
Yeah, dude.
Inside the studio, right?
No, I meant
no,
out
out
on
in
the
the
street.
street.
No,
Yeah,
just
but-
little circles inside the studio.
No. That's no
Okay.
fun.
Okay,
That's
fine.
easy mode.
Out on the street.
You're bound to hit something if you ride the bike in here.
Yeah.
There's a pretty busy street real close by, guys.
whatever.
It's like Frogger.
Cars will
It's
avoid
part of the
us.
fun.
Yeah, they'll avoid us.
We're pedestrians.
Real life
What could go
Frogger.
wrong?
Exactly. We have the right of way always.
I didn't think of it that way.
Yeah, see?
Big oof.
Look at that.
All right.
Big oof.
Big
I'm
oof.
convinced. Let's do it. I'll bring it next week.
So,
I hope so. You've been saying that for a couple weeks now.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
So me and
So-
Scott have
Yeah.
been pretty excited this week.
Ooh, yes.
There-
Big
there
Overwatch
has-
news.
You guys are
Big.
into this game.
Yeah.
This one game.
There's been some hype building.
Mhm.
The good things are coming our way.
The good goods,
The good
if you will.
goods.
Like those.
Yeah, we talk about Overwatch every now and then, but this is probably, I would say, one of the biggest updates ever
Well,
coming to Overwatch.
I wouldn't say the biggest update ever.
I would say it's probably
it's,
the biggest.
It's pretty massive.
Because
but
we've had reworks, we've
Yeah.
had game adjustments, we've had game modes change and flex, map adjustments, but to
I guess this is pretty big.
completely
Yeah.
change the algorithm and how the game plays and how it's played.
The format.
Is that a good
format.
idea? People already love
Absolutely,
it.
100%.
This is something
Alright.
people have wanted for a while.
Okay.
And it took them 2 years to finally put it in the game.
Wow.
So, first of all, I stopped playing Overwatch for a long time because I was sick and tired of having to play competitive and absolutely just get like crapped on all the time. And it's not even because of
Because people are good.
yeah, it's because my team is not willing to change. So here's the one of the biggest problem with we'll even say all competitive games is that people are so fixed on what they want to do, they literally lose the entire purpose of the game, which is a team-based game, and decide to take it upon themselves to be the person who will carry the game. Quote, unquote.
Those are Call of Duty players. I bet.
You cannot and will not ever convince me that one person can change the tide of a team-based game. That is like saying you are 1v6ing an entire team by yourself.
It depends on the game. This game's not
And
built for that, obviously.
Yeah, it is not built for that. But there's very few games that are built like that. Like maybe
I can think of some examples.
okay, I can think of like maybe like CS:GO or something like that.
Okay.
Not this game.
I'm thinking of Splatoon.
Okay, yeah, Splatoon is pretty fair, but it's also the same kind of concept like CS:GO.
Okay.
But Overwatch, you cannot. It is a team-based game all the way. if
There's so many like varying factors.
yeah, there's
that-
so many varying factors, but the one thing that always just made me so angry is the one guy who would last pick a DPS when we have either one healer or one tank, and they are so hard-headed and unwilling to change. They tell other people to change. They're like, "Oh, hey guys, we might need another healer. You were the last to pick. You should be one of them."
So with the Overwatch format,
Sorry,
now,
yeah, I got a little
okay,
carried
man?
away. My bad.
you have
Yes.
you have 6 players.
Yeah, 6
And
players.
for both quick play and competitive, you have 6 players. You come in, you have tanks, you have damage, and you have heals. Typical base format is 2 tanks, 2 DPS, 2 heals, and that can vary to 3 tanks, 3 healers, 3 DPS, 1 heals, 2 tanks, whatever. And typically,
But for the most part.
you fill those roles and you support the team. Well, with the free floating format, people pick whatever they want.
Because people don't care.
People don't care. So quick play, people don't care. People join quick play for other reasons. Just have fun, play the character they want, practice,
Yeah.
maybe compete and warm up for competitive.
Quick play is fine because it's whatever.
But then the same mode carries over to competitive, and you have that same kind of concept where people go in and they pick whatever they want. So with the big update that's coming is 2-2-2 roll lock queue. So you're having roll lock, so they're going to lock the rolls, and you have 2 tanks, 2 DPS, 2 heals, no matter what you do.
Oh, okay.
So I've actually played it on because it's not on the main game. It's on the
PTR,
PTR, the
With
public test
test
client.
test realm.
Yeah, test realm. And basically how it works is when you start up a competitive game, it'll give you the option to select tank, healer, or DPS. You can select all 3. It doesn't matter. But they're each individually ranked. And once you get picked for that role, so when a game finally pops, it'll only give you that specific branch of heroes that you can pick from. So if you get a tank, you can only pick a tank, and you cannot pick anything else. So you are locked into that position, and I think this is something that Overwatch has needed for a long, long time, because the whole competitive aspect has... I mean, I'm dealing with it right now. I'm in bronze, like low bronze, right? I don't want to say low bronze. I'm in high bronze.
You're in high bronze.
I'm in high bronze, but that's nothing... Like, that is nothing compared to what's out there, and I cannot get out of it. We call it ELO hell. I cannot get out of it because of the teammates that I get. Because they either A, don't care, or are unwilling to learn something new or change.
Let me ask you guys something.
Yes.
Have you both been in the bottom of selection and picked roles you didn't want to play for the sake of the team?
I can play anything.
I have flex, yes.
Okay.
I am
Ooh,
very
there's a term
flexible.
for it.
Yeah.
Flexing, yep.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
And it's not like a oh, I'm flexing kind of thing. It's like
No, I get it.
I'm willing to do what the team needs
Yeah.
because that's what's needed.
Right.
And I have specific heroes in tank role I can play really well, in damage role I can play really well, and in heals I can play really
Because
well.
everybody has their mains and their second second heroes they can play.
Yeah.
Most of the time you can fill a role and other people will be able to flex and just play whatever they want. But sometimes you have people that pick their characters
and they will not change.
they won't change.
Yeah.
Interesting.
See, the good competitive teams, like, if they're all willing to flex, boom, you have a great team comp and you will have a good game, regardless if you win or lose. But, yeah, the format now is, like, you'll get those hard-headed guys who do not care. So it's really exciting that this is coming, finally.
Yep.
And
It sounds necessary.
Yeah.
But I get where these people are coming from. You go and play a video game because it's your time that you want to spend playing how you want to play.
yeah.
So to be forced to play a role you're not into,
So then
maybe
don't-
you shouldn't be playing the game at all. at
Then
that
don't
point,
play
I guess.
competitive.
Don't
Yeah.
that's the issue here.
But
It's
then you're not moving up the ranks like is the ultimate goal, I suppose, when you're out of practice mode. You know what I mean?
Then learn new heroes.
Yeah.
So yeah,
then I guess what it comes down to is
that's
maybe
the
it's
thing.
just not your game.
The
at
problem
that point.
is that transition area between competitive and quick play, where
Right.
people assume competitive is the same exact thing, where they can mess around, they can play
Got
whatever.
it.
They don't think about the team play.
Okay.
And this isn't to bring out the toxicity. It's just we're trying to get rid of the issue, and that's what 2-2-2 is going to do.
Sounds like that will address it.
Because you don't have to worry
Effectively.
about your teammates picking other things and not filling roles and you
Yeah.
being supported. So
There's 31 heroes in the game. It is not difficult to find someone you're good with.
Yeah.
Like, there's been plenty of times where, like, sometimes I do want to play a damage hero, and I'm literally the first pick. And then all 6 people pick, and we're down a healer and a tank. And then
Yep.
I'm getting yelled at because they're like, oh, we don't need that. Pick a tank or something like that. I was like, I was first pick. but fine, whatever. I'll fill the role. I don't really care. I just want to win.
Right.
I don't care what I play at that point. I just want to win the game.
So-
but speaking of 31,
Hang on, real quick.
come on, man.
Before we
I was
leave,
trying to segue. You can't.
before we leave
Give him
222.
a second.
Yeah.
This is good. This is good because with heroes that are coming out, they don't have to necessarily balance against the whole game.
Mm-hmm.
They can just balance within 222.
Mhm.
So it allows them to just keep putting out heroes and makes it easier for them to do that.
Mhm.
Now we're getting a new hero, right, Scott?
Speaking of 31,
Hit us with it.
we are getting a brand new hero, and oh my god, I'm so excited. He's so much fun. His name's Stigma.
Sigma.
Is it Sigma or
It's
Sigma.
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 Yep.
And he is absolutely amazing to play. He's so much fun.
He's a tank.
He's a tank.
Yep.
He's a shield tank more specifically. He is definitely got very unique abilities about him. So we'll just kind of go, like, we'll bullet point it really fast.
There's a list on the doc. You want to go through it?
No, dude, I got it myself.
Okay.
I don't need your crappy list.
Okay.
I'm joking. Maybe I should. So his main attack, his auto attack, if you will, is 2 orbs that he holds in his hand, and he sends them out, and they're like little black holes almost. So they will hit a surface, bounce once, and then kind of absorb and pull people into it.
Do an area AOE.
An AOE.
AOE.
And then he also has what's the word I'm looking for? His basically his cream of the crop, his butter talent is a shield.
Butter talent.
His butter talent
I love
is called experimental barrier, and essentially what that is he sends out a barrier, and you can put it right in front of you, but if you hold the right mouse button, it'll send it out, and it'll just keep going until you stop it. And it can make for some very, very interesting effects, because if someone's ulting from far away, so like a McCree or something like that, you can send it all the way to the McCree and put it right in front of him, and basically makes his ult useless. Or like Farah, send it up to her, and the splash damage from her ult will kill her. The cool thing about this is that it doesn't just put it right in front of you. You can aim where it goes. So you can like go up in the sky and shoot it up into the air, or like on the ground. That wasn't me.
Oh, okay.
So that's really cool about his barrier. Kinetic Grasp is that the rock move?
Kinetic Grasp is his gravity pull. So basically, he pulls.
Oh, yes.
He pulls in projectiles and damage from projectiles, and it builds a personal shield. So he can absorb up to 800 damage and gain up to 800 shield.
He's a tank.
He's a tank, so he can boost it. So say Roadhog ults, which is a giant shotgun burst, basically knocks you back. He can absorb that and build his own shield,
Okay.
which is really cool.
What a beast.
He is, yeah. His second attack ability is called Accretion, and basically he pulls matter from nowhere and builds like basically a rock that he throws at an enemy. It has knockback. The farther it goes, the more knockback it has, which is really cool. And it can be used as a stun. And his ultimate is called Gravitic Flux,
Ooh.
which is actually my favorite. So it basically he uses a gravity field to pick people up and then slam them down,
All right.
which is pretty powerful.
But hold them in the air for a bit so you can do damage to them.
Yep, and then slam them down.
Okay.
Was it probably like a second?
What?
Probably holds them in the air for like a second.
About a second and a half, 2 seconds, yeah.
Slams them down. So it's really cool. Really neat hero. He's rated 3 stars, which is the highest difficulty for a hero.
Yeah, he's definitely got some getting used to and some training wheels to take off.
And
That's
he
for
has
sure.
a very high skill ceiling.
Yeah, but that's
Alright.
good, because I feel like those kind of tanks are the best, or the high ceiling ones, because you can really play around it. So the harder the hero, the easier it is to play around.
Yeah.
TBH.
Yeah, it'll differentiate who can and cannot play him.
Yeah, it really will, honestly.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
You can't just do it. Like right now, I'm pretty bad at it, but I just need more practice, obviously.
So right now,
I know you don't really care too much about Overwatch.
Yeah,
Brittin,
thank
but-
you.
Great.
Thank you for hanging in.
Yeah,
there,
thanks for
Absolutely.
hanging out. Yeah,
Do
So,
it, you guys. Get after
appreciate it.
Our schedule, or
Yeah.
Overwatch's schedule, is August 13th. We have a 222 beta coming out.
Beta. What are you talking about?
So they're doing a beta for 222
Oh, okay.
across all platforms, not on the PTR.
Oh, got it. Oh, I
Across
see.
all
Yeah.
platforms. I'm assuming that by then Sigma will be out with the beta,
I'm assuming it'll come out with 222.
With 222.
Yeah.
They'll run across all platforms, and then September 1st, we'll get the start of Season 18 comp. So I don't know if he's going to be in Season 18 or if he's going to, be
Sigma?
in Season 19, yeah.
I think he'll be in 18. I think they want to... I mean, he's already on the PTR, so he's going to be coming out here soon. They're just waiting for 222 to come out. So they'll release 222. And
Sigma
they'll
and
release him with
222
it.
would be a good timing.
Yep. That's a pretty big update.
Sounds like it.
It's huge.
Yeah.
It's
Hey,
huge.
Brittin.
Hey, what's up?
Appreciate you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks for hanging in there, bud.
Don't worry
Yeah.
about me, guys.
Yeah. Well, we do worry
This
about
is
you.
fun.
We do worry about you.
Okay.
We need to keep
Well,
you included.
thanks.
We want to make
Appreciate
sure
it.
that you don't quit.
Yeah, we need you.
I won't
don't
quit.
leave us.
I might fall asleep. but I
God,
won't
we
quit.
need you.
I'm just
Please,
kidding.
Brittin, don't
Oh,
leave.
wow. I'm honored. Thank you.
Yeah.
So,
Anyways, hey, let's...
hey, what do you want to talk about?
Nothing. I'm good.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Okay, cool.
I found this thing from Origin PC pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's so cool.
It's
dude.
really cool.
It's so
Unfortunately,
cool.
it's kind of pointless. The whole story's kind of pointless, but it's still a really cool idea. It's fun to talk about.
It's cool that it's possible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
And-
I don't think we've ever seen anything like this before.
yeah. Well, it is called 2.0. So maybe we have.
they had
I
a
don't
first
know.
one.
Yeah. Scott, did you see this? The Origin PC, the Big O 2.0.
I'm trying to find it.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It looks ridiculous.
I haven't looked at it.
So essentially, they took a very, very high-end gaming PC in a massive case,
Okay,
and then
so this is my first time seeing it. This is my first time reacting to
okay.
it, by the way.
Oh, cool. Okay, this will be good. And then they threw a PS4 Pro,
Uh-huh.
an Xbox One X, and a Nintendo Switch dock into this case.
What?
So the cool thing about this is
Yeah.
that you can open the front of the case, and there's a slot for you to dock
Yeah.
the Switch.
You actually put your Switch into the front of it.
In the front of it.
Right. I'd be a little nervous because the it's a little slit. It looks like exactly the size of the Switch.
Yeah.
I'd be worried about like scratching it when I
Dude,
put it in there.
these guys put a ton of work into this thing, and this thing's a beast.
But you'd probably just want to get an extra Switch and
I'm pretty
leave
sure
it in
it's
there all
okay.
the time. You know what I mean?
It's still so cool, though.
This thing looks awesome. So they went.
So this is a custom-built PC.
Yeah,
This
it's
is
kind
basically
of
a
one of a kind,
project,
or maybe
yeah.
a few of a kind. It's
Okay.
not something that's going to be on the market for very obvious reasons.
But
Nintendo,
why?
Microsoft, and Sony would not allow anything like this to take place. They
Right.
want to be the only ones manufacturing their own hardware.
Yeah.
You know.
So this is just someone's custom build.
Yeah, so they took all the guts of those systems, and the cool thing is you look through the clear window on the side of this, and you can identify the systems independently. You can see where they sit in the case. And they went to the extent of coloring the liquid cooling solution
they
that
did.
liquid cools each of them to match the console.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's a really nice looking box.
Yeah, so I found this. I actually saw it first on Unbox Therapy,
Yeah.
and I was like, "What is this?"
It comes in a giant wooden crate you have to pry open.
You do, yeah.
so
it does.
so
Yeah.
did they like make it and then someone else built it or what?
Origin PC built it, so
They-
it's like their team's personal project.
God.
And basically, they just debuted this, and basically, it's like showing what their team can do and what Origin is capable of.
Mm-hmm.
Holy crap.
But the fact that they
dude.
put so much thought and care into it just for something they can't even sell is kind of crazy to me.
it's they did it for themselves.
Yeah, yeah.
And they got a lot of YouTube traction
A lot
for
of
this,
PR
no
out of
doubt.
it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Scott, you want to run us through the
specs on it?
Specs
It's a
on
beast.
it. Yeah, it's huge.
Hang on. My for some reason the link keeps on like crashing, so I took a picture of the specs so I could actually read it.
That works.
Oh, oops. Hang on. Now I'm drawing all
If
over
you have
it.
the dock, it's in the dock.
It's on the dock.
No, I know. I pulled up the website, but the website keeps crashing on me.
Okay.
For some reason.
Hit.
So I'm
You know your PC hardware.
I do know
so
I do know
you should
my
be able
PC
to
hardware.
shed some light onto
Yes.
what this thing is.
It is okay. So just by taking a glance at it, it's a freaking monster. So the motherboard is an MSI Meg Z390 Godlike, which is a. I don't know too much about motherboards, but I do know that's like one of the spendier ones. It's got an i9 9090K, so it's a 9th generation i9 processor.
Can I confess something?
Yes.
I didn't know there were i9s.
Yes, they're new.
Since when?
Since
Almost a year now, right?
Yeah, almost a year now.
Are they kind of reserved for high-end
Right now.
gaming
Yeah.
stuff
Yeah,
right
they're
now?
Right now,
They're not
yeah.
consumer right now.
They are slowly working their way into the market. Though.
Okay.
You can buy them. You can buy them
buy them,
and
but they're
put them
super
into your
expensive.
PC.
Right, okay.
One of our friends from work bought one actually.
Okay.
So they're really nice. They're about so think of it this way. To put it into perspective, they're probably about 40 to 50% faster than an i7.
Okay.
Wow.
So which is a pretty standard CPU.
They're probably double the price too, I'm guessing.
They
huh?
absolutely are. They're about
a grand or something.
Yep, they're about that
That's
price.
wild.
The GPU is an NVIDIA Titan RTX. Titans are basically reserved for like mining, like Bitcoin mining and
Okay.
stuff like that. So when you want to do Bitcoin mining, you'll have like 3 of these in your computer.
Yeah.
And then they'll burn out within a week, and
So
you'll throw them away.
The high-end consumer models are like the 2080 or something,
The
right?
28, yeah, the 2080.
So this is probably a step above that.
yes.
Wow.
So the Titan RTX is pretty fast.
So real quick, the
Yes.
Intel Core i9-7940X goes for 14,
Holy
Yeah.
smokes.
and that's not in the 9900.
Search up the NVIDIA
outrageous.
Titan RTX.
Yeah.
That thing's also really expensive. It's a lot more expensive than a 2080.
Oh boy,
Yeah, see, I told you. They're about like $2,000, right?
2500.
Yeah, they're really
That
expensive.
is
that is
insane.
insane.
I've never
man.
spent more than $250 on a processor.
Yeah, they're also. That's not a processor. That's
what are
just
we
a-
talking about?
That's just a graphics card.
Oh, the graphics card.
Yeah, that's the graphics
Okay,
card.
I've never spent more
The-
than 3 on a graphics
The
card.
GeForce RTX 2080 Ti comes in at 1300.
Yeah,
That is wild.
so they're pretty spendy. I will say though, this is kind of off topic, but AMD just released their new processor, and it's cheap and it's really fast. It's
Okay.
faster than i7s.
Well, okay.
So, and it's like a fraction of the price. So
Nice.
good on you guys for being awesome.
Right.
It has 64 gigs of RAM. It's a Corsair,
Not just any RAM.
Corsair Dominator Platinum RGBs.
Yep.
I have 32 gigs in my PC,
Yeah.
which
Monster,
is
dude.
way more than you'll ever need.
I find any more RAM, it's more about the quality of the RAM than how much of it there is. When I was young and building gaming PCs, it was like, oh, finally we get a gig of RAM in here, 2 gigs, 4 gigs, 8 gigs was insane to me. And
Oh my
then
God.
it reached a point where the RAM stopped going up. The numbers stopped going up because
Yeah.
you only need a certain amount, I
Yeah.
suppose, for most applications.
16 is pretty like standard.
Yeah.
You don't really need more than
So
that.
anymore, I think it's more about the speed of the RAM than it is the amount.
It's
of
more how
memory
much
that
money
there
you
is.
wanna throw
It's
at
how
your
quick your
computer.
system can access it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the storage, this is pretty crazy.
This is crazy.
It has two terabyte Samsung Evo NVMe's, which are solid state drive, and a 14 terabyte Seagate Barracuda.
That's a lot of storage.
That's a lot of storage, which I get it because it's 3 consoles in one, so all the games and stuff have to go somewhere.
Yep.
So and the solid state drives are for the install of everything,
Right.
and then the 14 terabyte hard drive, I'm assuming, is for all the
The
games
storage.
and stuff. Yeah,
So with the unbox therapy video,
that's crazy.
They were
dude.
sitting there and they were playing, but they had all the consoles running at the same time and were switching like actively right there
Yep.
between games at the same time.
That's pretty
while
cool.
everything was running.
Yeah.
So
And
That's
since
really
it's
cool.
all liquid cooled, there's probably not much in the way of heat issues in there. Even though there's a lot of tech in this
There's a
thing
lot of
that could
tech.
potentially get really hot.
Yeah, I
that
mean,
thing
it
is
has, like-
insane.
It has like 2 different liquid coolers in there. So.
That's wild.
No, that's really cool.
What do you think this if they sold this? What do you think it would run? Probably 7,
It's fun to think about that.
7 or 8 grand.
Somebody has to have broken it down. I know Origin hasn't said anything specifically about what they spent on it. No, dude, 20 plus
You
grand.
think so?
For sure.
Yeah.
You were looking at single components that were $2,000 each.
True. True.
And all of the custom work that went into it. All
And
of
that's
the,
not even
all the
considering
cooling,
the
all the
consoles.
lighting.
A Switch is 300. Xbox Pro is 500 to 600,
Yep.
and then PlayStation 4 Slim. Was it Slim or Pro?
But they didn't just throw them in there. They dismantled them and
Yeah.
rebuilt them.
yeah.
And
So-
I bet
Yeah.
if they could manufacture and sell this thing in some crazy alternate world, it would be at least 20 grand.
Yeah, I'd buy one.
Yeah. Would you?
Yeah, I'd sell all my consoles and I'd buy it. I
And-
wouldn't need
and
a
your
new
car.
console. Why not?
Yeah, why not? Why not?
And your car in your
If you
house.
had this, you could just live digitally. You wouldn't even
Dude,
need a real life.
I could be a real streamer. Wow. Wow.
Hey, you are a real streamer, man.
Aww.
Yeah.
Aw.
Seriously, no
Yeah.
joke.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys can follow me at twitch.tv/Charmander04.
Yes, that's what I was waiting for. Handled it.
Hey,
There you go.
Yeah, the thing's cool. I'd like one too, but I wouldn't buy one.
guess what?
What?
Spider-Man
Tell me
becomes the
something.
best-selling superhero game of all time.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah,
There's been
it
a
is.
lot of good ones over the years.
Oh, yeah, I remember when, like, I guess this, I was going to say, remember when superhero games were bad. They were never really bad. I'm thinking of movie games.
All licensed games at one point were bad.
I love the original Spider-Man game.
Yeah, I
Which
did
one?
for the N64.
No,
You do not love Spider-Man 64.
For the-
I do too.
Oh,
It's
wait.
so good.
For the
Spider-Man,
PS2.
not Superman. Okay, we're good.
Yeah,
We're good.
you're thinking of Superman.
I was.
I'm talking about like the N64 Spider-Man game. Did you ever
Didn't
play that?
play it. No, I played one on Atari
one?
2600
Which one are you talking
at my
about?
The
grandma's house.
PS3.
Oh, you said original. Use the term original.
You said original.
Well, I'm not always right. okay?
Original to
Oh
you.
my god.
Original to me.
It was just called Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I don't recall that one. I remember people really liking
So good.
the second one,
I remember,
Spider-Man 2.
I remember like whip shotting into people. And,
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
So good.
but nothing like the new one though,
Nothing
right?
like the new one.
Yeah.
The
The new
one's
one's
great.
A+ material.
I mean, like, I'm not even interested in the DLC, even though it's out. But I just want to like re-download it so I can go and swing.
Did they add any Spider-Verse stuff to that game
no,
at any point?
I don't think
I
so.
How
thought
cool would
I
that
thought
be?
they were hinting at something like that. But
Yeah.
I think they added suits.
Okay, and that's
Um,
cool and all, but it would be awesome if there was
Yeah,
actual
characters,
content and missions and stuff that
New
revolved around that.
content.
That's asking a lot, isn't it?
Can we
Yeah,
get,
I mean, they kind of no spoilers, but they
Yeah.
kind of left the end of it at a cliffhanger.
They did,
So
yeah. There's gonna be more.
Yeah,
We'll see.
Absolutely. Can we get a Spider-Gwen game, please?
yes,
that'd be cool.
Please?
That'd be cool.
I love
Or-
Spider-Gwen, dude.
Probably a movie at some point, right?
That'd
Wouldn't
be
you? Wouldn't
cool
you
too.
think?
Yeah.
Would it be animated?
She was into. She was in the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay,
Um,
real quick.
It looks like it. Oh,
Gwen
what?
Stacy over Mary Jane every day. I hate Mary Jane. She's such a whiny
rude.
brat.
It's rude.
She's so whiny, dude.
Peter's first love, man.
No, dude. Gwen Stacy's BA.
The girl next door.
Yeah, that's all she is.
Ouch.
That's all she
Wow.
It's
is.
harsh, man.
Hey, look, man. I called him as I sees him.
So it looks like Spider-Man displaced some Batman games as the previous bestsellers.
I'm Batman. Where's Rachel?
Arkham Knight, and then Arkham City was the previous best-selling game, which is funny because those two games both absolutely pale in comparison to Arkham Asylum, the first game in that series.
Yeah.
That game was magical. That
Mhm.
game was something special. These games basically just took what was great there and put it in an open world,
Arkham
which it
City was
didn't
good.
need.
Arkham City was really good.
I didn't like the
Arkham
open
Knight
world.
was.
I don't know, man.
That's surprising that it beat out
I liked
Arkham Asylum.
I liked the really small, intentional, handcrafted world in Arkham Asylum.
Yeah.
It was a place to explore. The city, it was just a big nondescript city.
Yeah.
It had some neat locales in it, but it was just another open world. I think the game lost something in that transition.
So this list is from the NPD group.
Uh-huh.
But Batman Arkham Asylum came in at 9 with Injustice 2 at 10.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Arkham
Wow.
Asylum?
So
you
the
said?
whole list for top selling superhero
wild.
video games in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
Marvel Spider-Man, Arkham City, Arkham Knight, Lego Batman, Lego Marvel Superheroes,
Mm-hmm.
Spider-Man the movie, Spider-Man the movie 2, Injustice, Gods Among Us, Batman Arkham Asylum, and then Injustice 2.
Okay. Spider-Man's
Wow.
got some solid representation on this list.
Yeah.
Not just the new one. Gotcha. That's cool. It deserves it. By all accounts, it was an amazing game.
Did you play it at all?
You lent it to me, and I played a
little
few
bit.
hours of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just got a little repetitive pretty quickly. And I wasn't really interested in the characters and the story that they laid out for whatever reason.
Yeah.
I know, I'm picky, man.
You really
and
hated
the same
the
thing.
menu system as well.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was just very convoluted. There was more going on than I wanted there to be in the menus. And I've done the same thing with a lot of big AAA games in the last year. You'll probably recall I did the same thing with Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah.
Although I was genuinely really into that for a while, really excited about it. And I can't really identify exactly what made me slow down and step away from it.
That game, dude, it's still
It's
it
so
like
well
it
made.
haunts me.
Yeah?
That anger that I found in that video game in the end.
I'd like
And,
to
you know-
see the story through, but...
You know it's crazy. You know it's
Mhm.
crazy. I found out that my ending,
Mhm.
and I found this out about maybe 4 or 5 months after I beat it, is that my ending was different from other people's endings.
Oh, wow.
So apparently I was like a bad guy. And so, like,
We all knew that about you.
My ending,
Wait, what game were you playing?
Red Dead.
Oh, yeah.
There's different endings. So
You didn't know that?
based on no, I didn't know that until I found out. So apparently I'm a bad guy. So my ending was like this super dramatic bad ending.
Wow,
that
okay.
pissed me off.
Okay.
While other people had these really good endings, and I was like, "Hang on, your game didn't happen this way." They're like,
Wow.
no."
Huh. I didn't
Well,
know
I-
it had
So
that...
you're just a piece of garbage then.
yeah, I was robbing and killing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know they had multiple endings in that game. That's
Yeah.
interesting. The first one was a very static set of sequences that you went through.
Yeah, because there's different decisions you make. You can go.
Okay.
Different people do different things. So
Good to know.
Yeah.
Good to know. Maybe I'll get back to it. And then I did the same thing with God of War too.
well, God of War deserved it.
Oh, really?
Well, it deserved being ignored.
You're just mad that it won
Oof.
Game of the Year.
It wasn't worth Game of the Year.
Yeah.
What? I mean, I'll talk about it until the next Game of the Year show,
Yeah.
but it wasn't worth it.
Fair.
Wasn't worth it. Red Dead should have
It was
gotten it.
it was cool. It was fine, but I don't know about Game of the Year
Like-
material.
Okay, you have a completely super dramatic, character-driven human story, and then you have a story based on a god that we can't relate to at all, in a world that we can't relate to at all.
I don't always play games to relate to the characters.
But
Sometimes I
but
do.
that's
not
part
always.
of the connection, right?
Sometimes I just want to be a crazy, over-the-top, overpowered character and destroy things.
But
you know,
still didn't.
I'm not
finish
trying to
the game.
relate to Kratos, or I'm not trying to relate to Mario when I play a Mario game. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
just
yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
So people pull that card a lot. How relatable are these characters card? It's not that important to me.
But it's part of the connection, though, for me. at
Fair.
least.
In certain games. Yeah, no, that's fine. That's totally fine. That's valid. You're getting all fired up. Red Dead 3 coming
Hey,
at you.
calm down.
Hey.
I can't. I'm fired up.
You guys want to keep rolling with this list, or do you want to
Yeah, let's
talk
keep-
about
let's keep
games
ro-
we've been playing,
Let's,
or
no,
what?
let's keep rolling.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right,
keep rolling.
cool.
You want to talk about your
Huh?
GMO?
GMTW. Gaming Moment.
Oh, we're
Week.
getting there.
Okay, cool.
That says it in the show.
slow your roll.
Oh, sorry, man.
I thought you were trying to say GM, like Grandmaster. I'm like, I'm not Grandmaster.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
GMOTW? Oh, something like that.
Road to Grandmaster.
Oof.
Big oof.
That's
your
gonna
new
be
documentary?
That's gonna be my next the next title for my stream. Road to Grandmaster. I'm starting in bronze, guys. Low bronze. Let's go.
You're in it for the long haul.
I'm gonna be in the Overwatch League by next year. Let's go,
Evo to GM.
dude. What if I got picked up by an Overwatch team?
Oh, dude, let me be your manager, social media guy, whatever, dude. Take me with you.
Dude, you would come with me everywhere I go.
First, you got to quit your job. You got to dedicate
Done.
all of your free time.
I'll live off bread.
honing
And,
your craft.
I'll live off bread and crackers, dude.
Okay.
Yeah, dude,
To be
let's
his
go.
coach.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey,
this is
heck yeah.
intense.
I
Hey.
can tell you of a ton of some of the best esports player that dropped out of school to take on their craft.
I know. It's
and
a
work.
risky move. It works for a few select people.
Puppy, who has been to every single international.
Puppy. It's
Puppy
adorable.
in Dota 2.
Yeah.
He's been at, I think, almost every single international. And he is also one of the best coaches in the entire game.
I believe it.
I think he's almost 29.
Mm-hmm.
He's an old dude, but he's smart.
He's an old dude.
But
he's 29.
He's also one of those guys who was like brilliant when he was a kid, so he didn't like realistically he could have been in college by the time he was a freshman in high school. So
Mm-hmm.
he was brilliant. So that's not a fair description. But I will quit my job.
Yeah.
You willing to do that?
dude.
No, I'm not. I'm not willing to do
I
that.
mean-
I'll watch you on
Thanks,
Twitch.
So our
When you make it big.
our friend
Oh,
group,
when I make it big,
Yeah.
not now though.
No, it's going to take a while.
Yeah.
I need to see results.
our friend
first.
group here has talked about making a team, and if we can all eventually get PCs, and get
That's the first struggle we're
that's the
finding.
first one.
That's a big
That's the
struggle.
first- yeah, that's a
struggle.
Hey,
big
let's all
struggle.
get Origin Big O 2.0s, and we'll start this.
I was thinking about this the other day. I have my old computer just sitting in my living room. I'll plug it in today, clean it off, and just give it to you. You can have it. I don't want. It's a paperweight
It's
at
at
this
console
point.
gaming is where it's at, man.
I've already. Yeah, but
not-
I can't play with him.
That's
so
the only
weird.
thing I'm gonna use this computer for.
Well, Overwatch.
Just Overwatch.
Overwatch. That is it.
It's insane to me that you guys can't play together.
100%. But it's,
Get an
it's-
Xbox.
It's absolutely still.
Really?
You still can't.
There's no
Yeah.
crossplay?
Nope.
No.
Is that a
Because
Blizzard thing?
Because Overwatch competitive is not fair.
Oh,
If
you
if
mean
you were to do
controller
cross,
to
crossplay? Yeah.
mouse and keyboard?
Yeah.
Doesn't the Xbox One support mouse and keyboard?
Yes.
They both do. You have to
PS4
buy third-party stuff though for
PS4
it.
does as well.
But still, no
There's
crossplay.
crossplay.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Hey, we can banter all day long, but let's keep this
What
show
year is
rolling.
this? Come on, you
2020?
guys.
Hey,
Almost.
last week we
Yeah.
talked about the Switch Lite. We talked about the special edition Pokemon Switch
Yep.
that's coming out as well.
Mm-hmm.
Japan is getting a Disney Tsum Tsum Festival
Which
theme
I
Switch.
find really weird.
It's real weird, but it's Japan. They get a lot of crazy special editions.
Get out of here, Japan.
Yeah. I like it. I like the look of it, actually.
I like the purple.
Yeah.
I mean, purple's my favorite color, though.
It'd be
so-
cool maybe to just get the Joy-Cons.
Yeah.
Did you guys notice that the capture button, or no, it's the
Yeah.
The home button
Yeah,
has
it's
Mickey
little
ears
Mickey
on
Oh,
it?
it- yeah, it does.
That's
so
super
cute.
cool.
It's so cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the little dots on it. Are they dots or stars?
Dunno.
I like the dots.
I like
on
the
it.
dots.
I like the
on it.
dots too.
Yeah, no, it's purple and pink.
Oh, they're
Like a magenta.
they are suit, like a set of cards, the suits.
Oh, okay.
So you got spades, and I don't know why. What does that have to do with Tsum Tsum?
So it will launch October 10th alongside Disney's Tsum Tsum Festival game.
And then it says Tsum Tsum on the front, and you got some little chibi characters, Stitch and Mickey and Minnie.
Yeah, so
And Winnie the Pooh. Yep, that's really rad.
And it'll be a part of their new special edition Switch with the higher battery.
Is it one of those?
Yeah,
okay,
higher
good.
battery
Yeah.
life.
Do you
That's
think
cool.
we can buy one of these and use it?
The article that we found this on said that you might be able to import it if you really, really want it, but I can't imagine how you would do that.
Well, and the other cool thing
You
is,
buy it and you pay shipping costs for it, and then they send it
is
to
it
you.
that simple?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's literally that simple.
and all Switches are region free, so you can play
They're not
games
locked.
from any region on a system from any region. Plus, this system, the Japanese system, would have English options in it.
Yeah.
So as long as you can navigate the menus and get to that point, you could change it to English
Google
language.
Translate?
Yeah, there you go.
Let's do this.
No problem. So yeah, if you really wanted one, you could make it happen.
I mean, we were talking about collectors and stuff.
Yeah.
This is one of those.
It's really just the Joy-Cons, though. I don't know what the back of the system itself looks like, but the dock is just whatever. It's nothing too special.
yeah.
It's just they put a couple decals on a standard dock.
So I wonder if people are just gonna take the Joy-Cons off.
Just get the Joy-Con.
Try
I
and
just want that
resell 'em.
Mickey Joy-Con. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's really, really cool.
Yep. There was some negative Nintendo stuff in the news, too, when it comes to hardware.
There
the
was.
The Joy-Con drifting issue.
Joy-Con drifting.
I've never experienced this. I've had my Switch since launch. I haven't really talked to anyone personally that has experienced this, but apparently the sticks on the Joy-Cons over time can reach a point where they register movement even when they're not being used.
Yeah.
And they call it Joy-Con, or analog stick drift or something like that.
Drifting, yeah.
Yeah. So a guy in California Seattle
Seattle.
started a class action lawsuit.
Ryan Diaz filed a lawsuit in the U.S. District Court.
Yeah. And
Against Nintendo.
what's he asking for?
He's just asking for reparations for repairs that he's made because he said that he basically made repairs on the Joy-Cons and then the problem started up a few months later.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
then
he-
he had to do it again.
He
so,
claims that Nintendo did or should have known about these stick drift issues
Yeah.
based on internal testing before it was released on the market.
Yeah.
But again, I haven't experienced it. So it's clearly not like an across the board 100% thing. And maybe that's why they thought they would just take it as on a case by case basis. But the thing is, there's a standard 1-year manufacturer warranty on this stuff. And if it was out of warranty, they were charging people for repairs.
Yeah.
So I guess the goal of the suit is to change that. And since this suit has been put into the public eye, I don't think it's actually gone through in any way yet. But
Yeah.
Nintendo has, they've been distributing some internal memos telling the team that does repairs to start doing them free of charge,
Yeah.
and the tech support on the phone to start offering it to people free of charge.
And it's specifically for this issue.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not for anything else physically broken. It's for the drifting issue.
just Joy-Con drift.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, this all plays out exactly how you'd expect. Nintendo has addressed the issue. It sounds like,
yeah.
They'll settle,
and it's
and they will.
well, and
fix the issue.
there's not going to be any further litigation. I wouldn't think. Because that's basically the goal of the suit, was to get them to start repairing it. Oh, I think I read also that they were going to be offering refunds to people that had already paid for repairs on this
Okay.
specific issue.
Good for them.
Yeah. So that pretty much takes care of everything.
Hey, you know what? They usually handle things pretty well, like these legal issues and little troubles and stuff they run into.
Well, and there's all kinds of stories out there of people contacting Nintendo's technical support with issues, even outside of warranty issues, and having them go out of their way to do things that are not on the books to make it right.
Yeah.
Yeah, not like, do repairs that were not necessarily covered by warranty sometimes.
Have you ever had an issue with like your Switch or something breaking, and you had to call customer support?
I've used customer support once.
Okay.
I can't remember what it was for. I think I may have sent like my gamepad into them, my Wii U gamepad, and I don't remember being angry about the experience. I think it was a smooth experience.
Okay,
So
cool.
yeah,
Nice.
yeah, they're known for being a good customer service experience company.
Wow, a good company has a good customer
Wow.
support. That's
Yeah.
so weird.
Shocking. Right?
I wouldn't.
Wow.
I wouldn't know if I had Joy-Con drift because one, I don't use them, and then two, I'm too dumb to realize if I do or not.
You make a good point. I use my Pro
I
controllers
use the
almost
Pro.
exclusively,
Yeah, I use
so
the Pro.
maybe I do have problems and I just don't realize
Sorry, I
it.
had a hiccup. My bad.
Good point.
Yeah, I use the Pro.
Oh, you would notice though for sure.
Yeah, you think
If
so?
Link's walking around and you're not
just-
pushing anything.
Just couldn't control it at all.
Yeah, it wouldn't be good.
Yeah.
Scott, you want to talk about Pokemon at all? There's some Pokemon
which
news
part?
on the dock. Pokemon Go Community Day.
Yeah, dude, I'm excited. It's Ralts.
What about it?
It's Ralts.
Who's that?
Ralts is the first of all form of Gardevoir, if you will.
Oh.
I mean, community days they happen every month, so
Oh, okay.
this isn't any different from
Okay.
any other month. Like this month, we had Mudkip. I caught like 7 shiny Mudkips.
What the heck does shiny even mean anymore in,
It's a-
in
it's-
Pokemon Go?
It's an alternate. It's literally the same thing as in the regular game.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Because this is so embarrassing.
Uh-huh.
I sat there grinding Ponytas for like 6 hours in Pokemon Let's Go, trying to get a shiny.
Yes.
I couldn't.
Okay.
I got my counter up to 30, and then I caught another like 200 or 300 of them.
Yes.
And
It's
you
a
got
lot-
7 in one day.
It's a
That's
lot
the
different.
difference.
Yeah, it's a lot different
Yeah.
because like in a in a regular Pokemon. Well, okay. So here's the thing about community days is that they up the chance of getting a shiny.
It's not just upped. It's like guaranteed.
No,
though.
it's not. It's not guaranteed.
7 in a day?
Yeah.
Everybody could get at least one.
I was also walking around for like 3 hours, dude.
Yeah, you and everybody else.
And there was, but like you have to remember when you're like at a park or something like that, you have like 10 show up.
Yeah.
So the chances of one of them being a shiny, like I caught over 200 Mudkips that day,
Okay.
and 7 were shinies. Those are pretty low odds.
You know what the odds are in Let's Go? It's like 1 in 800.
Yeah, that's still,
Not 7 in 300.
look up when they first started
I'm gonna
implementing.
fight you on this, man.
When they first implemented shinies into
Yeah.
Pokemon,
Yeah.
look up the chance of getting a shiny.
Yeah.
Like it was almost impossible.
Right.
It was like 1 out of like 20 like 1,000 or something like that. Something ridiculous like that. So the fact in like Pokemon Let's Go that they made it almost guaranteed to get one at, like once you get your catch counter up, you can just get one.
Yeah.
Like a lot easier than you would anything else. In Pokemon, it's an app, dude. It's not the actual
Yeah, I know.
game.
I know.
Like there's nothing really special
And it's
about
good.
it.
It's a good thing there's no banking between Go and like the proper games.
Yeah,
That would be
exactly.
a problem.
Yeah, community day.
My
Ralts.
daughter caught a blue Psyduck
Cool.
on her just regular playthrough through Let's Go.
You know Psyducks are regularly blue, right?
They're not.
Psyducks.
Psyduck's
Yeah.
orange fool.
I was thinking of Golduck.
Golduck, yeah.
Golduck, when you evolve a blue Psyduck
Uh-huh.
into a Golduck, guess what the Golduck
It's not
turns?
shiny anymore?
It turns blue.
What the heck?
It stays the same color,
That's so lame.
but it's still considered a shiny.
Whatever.
It's really dumb.
yeah, that is dumb.
But yeah, Ralts. He's going to be awesome.
Cool.
I feel like this is a good community day because I remember when they first started doing community days, it was all about like just the starter Pokemon, and then they started branching out to other popular Pokemon. So they had like Mareep and stuff like that, and now they're having Ralts, and which Ralts is cool because people like Gardevoir, and Gardevoir is a cool Pokemon,
Yep.
especially shiny because
didn't-
they're blue.
I didn't know you were so into Pokemon Go.
Yeah,
So
well, I'm not like super into it. I play it casually. I don't have.
I caught 300 in one day. I played casually.
I don't. I mean, I just went to I went walking around at
Did
a
you
park.
did you go to Point Defiance?
No, I went to
There's
Titlo.
So many Poke Stops at Point Defiance.
I went to Titlo.
Okay.
Funny enough, yes, Point Defiance has a lot of Pokestops.
Yeah.
Doesn't have that many Pokemon.
Oh yeah.
There's
Okay.
not, it's all based on the area you're in at the time and how many people are in that area.
Uh
So it takes that into account. So when you go to Seattle,
huh. Stop.
there's so many Pokemon. But when
Yeah.
you go to like when you go to parks and stuff like that, like Point Defiance is really really big. So the chance of a ton of people being in one centered location.
Hey,
is
when
pretty
this
small.
when the game first launched,
Yeah.
and I went to Point Defiance
Yeah.
playing the game,
back in the day,
there were just dozens and
Yes.
dozens of people walking around, congregating at the Poke
the
Stops.
good time, dude. I remember going. out-
Everybody was on their phone. People were running into each other, walking into
Dude, I
lakes.
remember like being out at like 11 p.m. down at the
Yes.
park.
Yes.
And there were like 40 people standing in the dark.
yeah.
their
Stare-
phones
staring
illuminating
at
their
their
faces.
face.
Yeah, dude, I remember
creepy
being
sight.
out at like 1 or 2 a.m. being down at Point Ruston, and just
Man.
there's like still 40 to 50 people outside, like just on their phones.
You got to get those Magikarp, you know?
Probably one of my favorite experiences from the original Pokemon Go days is I remember going down to Point Defiance, and my sister was driving, and I had like 3 of my other friends in the car,
Uh-huh.
and we went past where the theater is, and there was a Lapras there, and we have never U-turned so fast in our lives. It was the most.
Was it like something out of a movie?
Yeah,
Brakes
because-
screeching, tires screaming.
Yeah, I was like, "There's a Lapras! Stop the car!" And you know, it's super late out, so no one's driving their car right now. But yeah, like
That's fun.
at the time, Lapras was almost impossible to find. So
You don't hear stories about this game causing real world problems as much anymore, like it did for a while at the beginning.
There's people like trespassing and getting
shot,
hit
getting
by
robbed,
cars,
falling in construction sites.
Yeah,
it's insane.
it
Humans
was the
are
Wild
crazy,
West.
dude.
Because you're not looking where you're going. You're staring at your screen.
yeah.
I'm
it's
in the
true.
digital world right
But-
now. Nothing can hurt me.
I do remember though, like my first couple of days playing Pokemon Go. I grabbed my battery packs, got my backpack, my hat.
Dude, me too. He had his little Pokemon hat
trainer
on.
cap.
Oh,
Like,
Ash Ketchum and walked out into the world
Oh.
and catch me some Pokemon.
I'm
Were
going
you
to be the
Valor?
greatest.
were you Valor?
Red.
Instinct,
Yeah, you were
man.
Valor.
Yeah,
Instinct
red.
garbage.
Yep.
Dude, Instinct all the
You're
way.
ye-
Instinct is all
Yellow.
there was.
We're glue eaters, if you will.
Okay, sure. I'll go along with that.
Yeah, dude. Instinct were the glue eaters back in the day.
Glue Eaters all the way is the title.
Yeah,
of the show.
dude. Yo, glue
Eaters
eaters
unite.
unite. Glue eaters unite.
So good.
Good
So
title.
good.
That's a good title.
I like it. Hey, are any of you guys playing Harry Potter
No.
or no? I
You
hear
wanna-
it's great. I hear it's very similar to
We'll
Pokemon
bring Mike
Go.
on the show and talk about it.
We should, right? He
I,
plays it all the
I
time.
downloaded it for a
Mhm.
second. I was like, this is like exactly. It's like basically Pokemon reskinned.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's
Yeah.
made by the same company.
It's made by
It's
the same
kinda weird.
company, but I'm like, it reminds me too much of it.
But
It's kinda
what are you
turned me off.
collecting in that game?
I don't know.
I
I
don't
only
get
played
it.
it for like a second. It's
Because
like,
in Pokemon, there's a very clear hook. You're collecting all these creatures from around the world.
I think it's not necessarily you're collecting things. I think you're walking around the world battling things and
Okay.
gaining experience,
Leveling up.
leveling.
Yeah, okay.
Um,
Might be all right, too.
and there's probably like a boss system in it.
Yeah. Well, they had a previous game before Pokemon Go called Ingress, too. And
Ingress
I think
is
maybe it's
really
more similar
cool.
to that. Did you play it?
Yeah, I played
Oh,
Ingress
okay.
a bit.
I remember when you first played it back when Pokemon Go came out. You got special stuff in Pokemon Go. For
Oh,
playing it.
okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
So,
Ingress is really cool.
Hacks.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Hey, you okay over there?
I turned my head. I just
Taking
hit
the
my,
mic out with
yeah,
your face.
My bad.
Ingress,
That's all right.
Ingress was really cool though because it was you basically hack nodes and you basically fight for control of an area.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
okay.
basically, you feel like you build a territory and you're actively kind of pulled into defending that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Whereas gyms never really had that effect in
yeah.
Pokemon Let's
I mean,
Pokemon
you
Go.
have blue gyms and red gyms, but for me personally, it got to a point where I'm like, I can't compete
Yeah.
anymore. So
Yeah.
Hey, I don't
Hey.
mean to pull the conversation,
Yeah.
but we got less than 10 minutes
'Kay.
left. So
Okay.
let's.
We need a soundbite. Go.
Okay, for what?
Gaming moment of the week.
Oh, okay.
Hit us with it.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's get the gaming moment of the week.
That was good.
that was good.
Thanks,
That was
man.
good.
Really good.
I feel pumped up about this.
You pull
I'm
that
excited
out
now.
and use that whenever you want. Put
Yeah.
a little epic flair
Chop
behind
that.
it.
I'll do that one on the Reggie Watch.
You need some
Yeah.
like crowds cheering in the
Reggie
background.
Watch.
I can find some content. Just remind
That'd
me
be
so I
easy.
could actually do my job for once. Okay.
You do
All right.
you do your job well. all
Hey,
the
Brittin,
time.
what's your game moment of the week?
Yeah.
Check this out, you guys.
Oh,
I've been
God.
playing a ton of indie games lately.
No.
It's been a long time since I've talked about indie games on the show, but I've been playing a lot of them. Just really quick to name a few that I've gone through in the last week or two.
Yeah.
Dudes, both of you. This one is awesome.
Oh, I thought that was the name of the game. Was dudes.
That sounds good.
Dude, where's my car?
You heard of Yoku's Island Express?
Never heard of
It
it.
sounds so
like a
sounds
coffee.
so lame, right?
It sounds like a coffee
It's
drink.
a pinball Metroidvania. And
Okay.
it is gorgeous and brilliant, and it's so much fun. It was on sale on the eShop, and I picked it
Can
up
I
and played
ask
through
you
it.
a question?
It's so bizarre and so cool.
Can I ask you a question? Why do you always have to play these super offhanded, weird games and be
If you
completely
played it, you would
fascinated
if you
by
played
them?
it, you would understand.
Because he goes to the indie game section, says what's on sale, and buys it. Buys whatever the first 3 games are.
You think that's weird? Look around on the eShop for a while.
I
There's
have.
2,000 games on
why I
there.
own a Switch.
Whoa. That's rough, man. You're just not an indie guy.
I'm not.
Fine, whatever. I played Cadence of Hyrule not long ago. That was all right. I just downloaded Runner 3, Bit Trip Runner, the third game.
I'm
starring
sorry.
Charles Martinet, the voice of Mario.
Ooh.
It's great. It's a lot of fun. But
I'm sorry to put you up last.
the game I want to talk about, the reason this is my gaming moment
Yeah,
of the week.
don't take all of our time up.
I won't. For the first time ever, I played SteamWorld Dig. The first one.
What?
The first
Oh,
one.
are you serious?
I played SteamWorld Dig 2 when it came out like a year and a half ago on Switch, and I wouldn't shut up about it, right, you guys?
Mhm.
I raved about it. It's amazing. You should all play it. But I never played the first one. It was on sale for $2.99 on the eShop because that happens a lot, cheap games. And I downloaded it because I knew the second one was so great. I was like, I should really just check this out. I'm like, how could it be as good as the second one? That was such an awesome game. It was an evolution of the series. And it turned out to be just as compelling, just as awesome, just as interesting as the second.
Nice.
So I've never really had a situation where I've played a sequel and then much later gone back and played the original and loved it. And I was like, why didn't I play this sooner?
Can I give you an indie game suggestion?
Yeah, sure.
I don't know if it's on the eShop, but you
Okay.
should check if it is.
Okay.
Risk of Rain 2.
It is. Oh, 2 is not. Risk
Okay.
of Rain is on the eShop.
I haven't played 1,
Okay.
but 2.
You know, the first one's like a
Crispy.
2D side-scrolling thing. It's
Yeah.
not like a 3D adventure game.
Yeah, Risk
I've
of
heard
Rain
a lot
2
of things about Risk of Rain.
It's a lot of
too.
fun.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
All right. If it shows up on there, I'll totally check it out.
I will do.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Scott, you got a gaming moment of the week?
Probably playing Overwatch and banging my head against the wall, trying to get out of bronze.
That was your favorite moment of the week?
No, probably my favorite. I'm trying to think of anything specific that happened like during my stream.
Okay.
I got a quad kill yesterday with
That
a
feels
diva
good.
ult.
Okay.
Ooh, so we were on. Oh man, what's the castle? The name.
Eichenwald.
Eichenwald.
Mhm.
There's so on when you're pushing the cart over the bridge, the spawn point for the other team is in the castle. Well, there's a giant door that has a little window above it, and I had my ult, and I flew through the window, popped my ult right when before it went through the window, so like no one really knew where it was coming. And then the enemy diva put her ult at the same time, so we both have the same voice line going off at the same time, and the enemy team didn't realize it. Well, my mech landed perfectly on top of the
Epic.
cart, exploded, had a quad kill. Oh, when I won us the game, it was
Nicely done.
so hype.
That's
so
a
hype.
tactic right there.
Yeah, it was-
Disguise your
I actually, yeah.
ult. Is that ultimate or something? Is that like
Yeah, it was
their-
my
their
ultimate,
final
yeah.
move? Okay.
Yeah. Like, you never know when the enemy team is going to do it, but I actually saw the
Just
strat
got
of
lucky.
like throwing it through the window from some pro.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
so
impressive.
it was really cool.
Good
and
job,
then just quick side note was playing Sigma.
Oh, okay.
That was a lot of fun. He's
Nice.
a lot of fun. I know I
Nice.
already talked about that, but
Do you
yeah.
play a lot on PTR?
No, I just downloaded it because Zach told me to.
Just to check out the new character and
And
stuff?
do 222.
Oh, yeah,
so
right.
so I could talk about it a little bit better.
Got it. Okay.
Boom. What's your gaming moment of the week, Zach?
222 and Sigma. It feels,
Okay, cool.
It feels so wholesome. I've never been like so proud to be a part of like a community or like to be a fan of something like that. I mean, the Eagles winning the Super Bowl was cool and all. We don't really
Wow, you're comparing it to that.
but I never like being a
That's
part of
big.
being a part of the community and like seeing the progress and where the game started to where it is now.
Yeah.
Feels really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My second little side thing, kind of like Scott, is I'm a good quality player, but I never get play the game. So I gotta play the game as,
Really?
as Reinhardt.
God, you suck, dude.
Okay.
I
gotta
gotta play
play-
the game all the time.
I gotta play the game as
Rude.
Reinhardt last night, which is really good for
Talk to me when you guys get first in Tetris 99. Then we'll talk. 35 times. Thank you very much.
Never. Trivia. What do you guys think is the most expensive Pokemon card of all time?
wow.
It's a first edition
I'm-
Charizard Shadowless.
I
How
knew,
much-
I knew he would know
How much
this.
is it?
How much is it? It can be anywhere from $20,000 to $50,000.
What? We'll find out.
What? Can you say
Yeah.
that whole thing again?
Yeah.
What is the card?
It is a first edition Shadowless Charizard.
Is that like a...
I can also tell you that there's 3 grade 10s in the world. There's only
Wow.
3.
Is that an art misprint? Shadowless? What does that mean?
No, so Shadowless was like the first edition of the Pokemon series to ever come out.
Oh, okay.
So basically, it was like it was the first printing of the cards, and then so essentially, you would have had to been the first person to be there in the store when they opened the box.
Okay.
Because the next shipment they got in, they had shadowed borders around them.
Wow.
So first edition Charizard Shadowless graded 10
Uh-huh.
is the most expensive Pokemon card in the world.
Why should I even guess?
How much do you think the card is? He doesn't know the price.
He just said 20 to 50 grand.
It could be way more than that.
yeah.
Maybe up to
You said
like
there's
100.
there's 10
There's
highest quality ones. No.
there's 3, I believe.
Oh.
3 graded 10s.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So
Don't at
It's
me.
gonna-
I just
it's gonna-
watched a video about this too.
it
so.
is really hard to nail down a price on something that exclusive, that rare.
Well, it's probably
It's whatever people will pay for it.
it's probably been valued by experts or
Yeah,
community
but
or
it-
set at something.
But that doesn't mean people will pay
Take your
that for
shot,
it.
Brittin. Take your shot.
How much it's going to be worth?
Take your shot.
Do you have a number?
No.
Oh, okay.
Take your
But you're
shot.
going to do some research?
Yeah, take your shot.
I bet it's worth 60 grand. I don't want to go too high because, I mean, Pokemon is big, but it has a limited audience.
I can give you
some.
some other really expensive cards if you want me to. I know, about them all.
You struck a chord with him.
There's
on this one.
there's these very special, rare, quote unquote, like trainer cards, and what they are they're like basically cards that came out that only one or two were made.
Okay.
And they're only for like champions of certain tournaments.
Mm-hmm.
So there's some cards out there that there's only like one or two copies of them, and they can be crazy expensive.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Is there still sealed packs out there?
Yes.
And how much do those go for?
Oh, of like original sealed packs?
Or Series 1?
I can
Probably not many, I guess.
couldn't tell you a price. I can tell you that Magic the Gathering like alpha sets are worth way more than Pokemon sets are.
And those are sealed packages
Yeah,
too?
sealed
Okay.
boxes.
Got it.
Sealed boxes of alpha Magic.
So there's probably Magic cards that are worth way more than the Pokemon cards we're talking about? Well, the one I know of is Black Lotus.
Yeah.
And how rare is that? How much is that worth?
A lot.
More than this Pokemon card we're talking about?
Original alpha copies of the Black Lotus are
Mhm.
probably not as worth as much as a graded 10 Shadowless Charizard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because there's maybe just a few more of them out there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot more out there than there are graded 10s.
Okay, I see.
Because you think of it this way,
Mhm.
the card isn't printed anymore. So whatever's
Right.
out there is out there.
Yeah.
So when it comes to like Black Lotuses, you can still find the boxes out there,
Mhm.
and there's still a chance for more to be out there.
Yep.
But with a graded 10 Charizard, that's it.
Yeah,
Once those are gone.
I gotcha.
So,
Yep.
guys,
Sorry, I didn't mean to absolutely
you're okay.
blow your question out
you're
of the
fine.
water.
It's good. It's all related.
I just knew the answer.
It's good information.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't know price, so we'll find out the price
Yeah,
next week. I'll try and
I can't remember the price.
I'll try and narrow that down.
Okay.
I'll find it for you.
okay.
I know what video to watch.
Okay.
Yeah, I
All
got
right.
you.
Guys, thank you for listening to episode 78 of the VGRx podcast. You can find us on social media at Video Game Pharmacy, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, iTunes. Give us a rating, leave us comments, feedback, answer our trivia. And then from Brittin,
Yep.
from Scott,
Hey.
and I'm Zach. Wow. Have a
We're
good
back
day.
in the tunnel.
The pharmacy is now closed.